Hello, darlings. You are welcome to Z Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Let's dive deep into family tensions, drama, and revelations in Anupama's upcoming episodes. From Anupama's bravery, to Pardosh and Gautam finally paying for their sins, to the Kotharis finally seeing the truth and apologizing to Anupama, and Rahi turning back to support her mother. Please like and turn on your notifications for more of your favorites. It only gets more interesting. Let's dive in. It all begins with a heated argument as Kanjal states her disinterest in continuing to be Pardosh's wife. She declares that Pardosh will leave the house today and says she is done with him. Pardosh asks Kanjal to think about Perry. Just then, Ansh calls Perry. Perry says she heard everything and now feels ashamed to call Pardosh her father. She supports Kanjal. Anupama says that a woman's ability to tolerate is the reason she is often tormented. She adds that on the occasion of Ganpati Visarjan, she will also disown Pardosh. Leela breaks ties with Pardosh, saying that while Kanjal became the daughter of the house, Pardosh never became the son. Anupama says it is important to teach Pardosh a lesson and asks him to leave the house. Meanwhile, Khyati thinks about Aryan and says she can never forget Aryan's death. Later, Pardosh decides to leave the house. Kanjal breaks down, but Hasmik asks her not to cry because of Pardosh. Leela says they will perform the Visarjan and asks Anupama to teach Gautam a lesson. Perry also breaks down, and Raja supports her. She regrets that Pardosh is her father and remains unapologetic. Raja consoles Perry. Parag asks Anupama about her visit. Anupama says she has something to reveal and gathers the Kotharis. Vasundhara asks Anupama what new drama she has planned. Anupama says she is here to expose the real drama. Khyati worries that Anupama might expose her. Anupama exposes Gautam and taunts the Kotharis for never believing Prarthana. She says that is why she brought proof in the form of a video. Vasundhara asks Anupama to leave, saying they will talk to Gautam themselves. Anupama refuses, saying she will list all of Gautam's misdeeds in front of Vasundhara. Meanwhile, the dance Ranis decide to go back. Sarita says the Shahs should not think that Pardosh left because of them. They wonder if Anupama will return to Mumbai with them. The dance Ranis miss their family. Kanjal remains shattered, and the dance Ranis console her. Preet asks Kanjal how she managed to live with Pardosh for so long. Kanjal credits Anupama for giving her the strength to tolerate everything. Anupama asks Gautam to speak up. Gautam says he was only trying to help the Kotharis. Rahi says it was not Gautam's duty to support her wrongly. Gautam asks Anupama what proof she has that he plotted against them. Anupama replies that she doesn't need to prove anything to anyone because both she and Gautam know the truth. She says the Kotharis are free to believe Gautam if they want. Vasundhara asks Anupama why she is creating drama now. Anupama says Gautam tried to play with the emotions of her team, who are her family and pride. She gets angry at Gautam. Vasundhara asks Anupama to go back. Anupama warns the Kotharis against Gautam and tells Parag that he should now realize that Prarthana was never wrong about Gautam. Gautam accuses Pardosh of morphing the video for money. Anupama defends Pardosh, saying he doesn't have the technical knowledge to do such a thing. She adds that she came to warn them about Gautam before he betrays them too. Gautam asks Anupama to get out. Anupama says it is important to teach a lesson, just like she disowned Pardosh for his own good. She apologizes to Perry. Perry says she trusts Anupama's decision. Gautam claims that Anupama thinks the Kotharis will throw him out of the house just like Pardosh. He tells Anupama to get out, saying her wish will never be fulfilled. Suddenly, Parag slaps Gautam, leaving everyone shocked. Parag warns Gautam not to move and brings a stick. He asks Anupama to punish Gautam. Anupama beats Gautam for ill-treating Prarthana and warns him that if he tries to harm Ansh, Prarthana, or her family again, she will send him to the hospital. Rahi supports Anupama and says she did the right thing by punishing Gautam. Rahi asks Gautam to leave. Parag regrets trusting Gautam over Prarthana and Anupama. He expresses happiness that Prarthana is now happy with Ansh. Parag counts Gautam's misdeeds and later throws him out of the house. Gautam reminds Parag that he has invested in his business and demands his money back with interest. Parag asks whom Gautam thinks he is threatening. Gautam warns that if he speaks to his father, the Kotharis will be ruined. Parag confidently says that with his family, talent, and Anupama's support, nothing can harm him. Parag tells Gautam that his family is with him and tells Gautam that he is no one and cannot break him. Parag decides to return Gautam's money with interest. Gautam blames Anupama for being thrown out of the house and vows not to spare anyone. Anupama says that if she had been in the Kothari's place, she would have thrown Gautam out much earlier. Vasundhara asks Parag not to get influenced by Anupama. She warns him that if Gautam leaves, they will end up on the streets. She urges Parag to think about the family's reputation and let Gautam stay. Parag reassures Vasundhara that as long as he is with the family, nothing will go wrong. He says that if needed, he will rebuild the business from scratch and decides to return Gautam's money. Gautam is about to hit Parag, but Prem, Anil, Raja, and Rahi protect him. Gautam warns the Kotharis to get ready to face the consequences and wait for his return. Vasundhara accuses Anupama of breaking her house. Anupama replies that Gautam was already broken and she just threw him out. Parag asks Vasundhara to trust him, clarifying that Gautam had only invested in the business and was never a partner. He then declares that either he or Gautam will stay in the house, not both. Vasundhara is left shocked. Meanwhile, the dance Ranis are ready to leave. They wait for Anupama to decide if she'll return with them. Leela grows restless, thinking that Pardosh has taken her gold ornaments. Paki realizes her cash is missing. Hazma consoles Leela. The dance Ranis and Manohar prepare to take leave from the Shahs. Preet says they are waiting for Anupama to come along. Leela wonders how Anupama can leave her family behind. Parag tells Raja, Anil, Prem, Meeta, and Badshah that they are free to choose their careers. He decides to support Prem and Rahi in opening their restaurant. Vasundhara asks Parag if he has lost his mind, saying that if the women of the house start working, who will take care of the home? Parag replies that he wants to give the children of the house wings to fly. Anupama says that nowhere is it written that working women cannot run a house, and she gives a heartfelt lecture to the Kotharis. Leela and Preet argue about Anupama returning to Mumbai. Preet says that Leela is supporting Anupama today, but might throw her out again tomorrow. Devika intervenes and asks them to stop arguing and wait until Anupama returns. Anupama finally decides to take her leave. Rahi thanks her for helping them throw Gautam out. Parag apologizes to Anupama for disrespecting her all this time. The Kotharis also apologize, leaving Vasundhara stunned. Prem says that truth always wins. He adds that Anupama did what they all failed to do. Parag asks Anupama to go by car, but she decides to take an auto instead. She thanks Parag. Parag regrets ignoring Anupama in the past and asks her to take care of Prarthana. Anupama assures him that Prarthana is like her own daughter. Parag worries whether Prarthana will forgive him, but Anupama says that since Prarthana loves him, she won't stay angry for long. Khyati worries about why Anupama did what she did. Vasundhara says the Kotharis are crazy and decides to bring Gautam back against Parag's wishes. Rahi says she still hasn't forgiven Anupama, but what happened with Gautam was wrong. She warns Vasundhara not to even think about bringing Gautam back. Rahi decides to support Anupama if she is right. Anupama tells Parag that At their age, all they need is peace and their children's happiness. She urges him to convince Rahi not to give up on her dreams. Parag agrees and decides to support Rahi's dream. He then asks Anupama if she is going back to Mumbai. Parag says that if Anupama stays, Prarthana will be safe. Anupama assures him that Prarthana will be safe since she has Ansh, Leela, and Hasmuk's support. She also tells Parag he can visit the Shahs anytime. Khyati blocks Anupama's way and confronts her for hiding the truth from the Kotharis. Anupama says she doesn't want to discuss the matter with anyone. Khyati says that because of her, Anupama could have been seriously hurt or even lost her eyesight. She regrets hurting Anupama and asks why she is trying to appear great by hiding the truth. Khyati, feeling guilty, demands that Anupama return and reveal everything. She says that because of Anupama's silence, Rahi hates her. Anupama tells Khyati that she, too, lost her son, but if she had kept cribbing about it, her son still wouldn't have returned. She says nothing is in their hands. Khyati asks what is in their hands then. Anupama replies that she didn't kill Aryan. Khyati breaks down. Anupama remembers Salmar and gets emotional, while Khyati remembers Aryan. Anupama consoles Khyati and tells her that only their deeds are permanent and nothing else matters in the world. Khyati asks Anupama how she overcame her guilt. Anupama says Khyati should do whatever she feels is right, whether to disclose the truth or keep it hidden. That's a wrap, fams. Much love.